Good morning, y'all. Today we're looking at distributive property. So we already looked at our warm-up from class today. If you haven't done the warm-up, make sure you complete the assignment on Canvas so you can get credit for your attendance, okay? So our first definition word is equal expressions. So it's literally when one expression is equal to the other. So on the left side, 3 times 1 plus 2 is one expression. And on the other side, 3 times 1 plus 3 times 2 is another expression. When we equal them together, that makes an equation. Okay, so we're going to say that the left side and the right side are equal, which makes them equal expressions. So I'm going to simplify. Parentheses first. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Bring down the 3. And on the right side, I am going to multiply from left to right. So 3 times 1 is 1, plus 3 times 2 is 6. So now let's go ahead and add up the right. 3 plus 2 is 9. Does that equal the left side? 3 times 3 is 9. So you can see that the yellow and the blue expressions are of equal value. So we call those equal expressions. So we are using the distributive property today to simplify an expression. So what it is a number on the outside of the parentheses and two numbers added or subtracted inside the parentheses. We use the distributive property when we cannot simplify by adding inside the parentheses. So it's like I cannot combine those two numbers because they are not like terms, okay? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the number on the outside, the b, and multiply it to both numbers on the inside. So b times a would be ba plus the part on the second part of the parentheses. So b times y is by. All right, so same thing happens here. If I have two numbers inside the parentheses, I could really just add them together. But I want to prove to you that this works. So what we're going to do is anything on the inside, if there's no number on the outside being multiplied, I can multiply both numbers on the inside, but then I need to add up those two products. So I do 4 times 30, so 4 times 30, and then 4 times 6. And I add those together, okay? So let's go ahead and practice. We're going to show all the steps using our distributive property here. All right, so I have, I forgot an A right here. So these are just the rules. A times B and A times C, when I multiply those together, I get AB plus AC. Okay, so we're going to take the number on the outside. I'm going to look at the numbers on the inside. Can you add x and 2 together? No, they're not like terms, so we're just going to multiply. Okay, so 3 times x. 3 times x. X is positive, so I'm going to put a positive inside the parentheses. 3 times 2. 3 is positive, and then 2 is positive. I'm going to simplify these. 3x plus 3 times 2 is 6. Can I add up 3x and 6? They are not like terms, so we just leave it like this. So I know that 3 times x plus 2 is equivalent to 3x plus 6. All right, next. Same thing if the number is on the back side of the parentheses, or the back side of the parentheses, then we can go ahead and just multiply it into the parentheses again. So I'm going to do 2 times 2 times 3. I do 3 times 2 plus x times 2. Simplify, I get 6 plus x times 2 is 2x, and that is equal to the expression, our original expression, 3x. 3 plus x times 2. All right, next. If I have a subtraction, here's what we do. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply both numbers inside the parentheses by a, but make sure you use a negative sign inside the parentheses, and then it'll all simplify out with the right sides, okay? So we get 5 times 6, 5 times positive 6, plus 5 times negative x. Okay, simplify. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 5 times negative x is negative x. A negative times a positive is going to give me a negative, so I'm going to write 30 minus x. And that is the same as 5 times 6 minus x. All right, last one. A is on the back side of the parentheses. I'm multiplying b minus c is one number times a. So I can't combine b minus c, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply an a into the parentheses. Okay? I'm going to look. Can I simplify x minus 6? No, they are not like terms, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply in the 4 to both terms. I get x times positive 4 minus x times negative 6. The number in front of the sign in front of the number is the sign that goes with that number. So here, the 6 has a negative in front of it, so we're going to make sure we bring the negative over with the 6. All right, simplifying. We get 4 times x is 4x, and then x minus 6 gives us negative 6. Oh, I did something wrong. I see what I did. Okay, when I multiplied 4 times 6, I didn't write that down. I wrote down an x. So I'm going to make sure I write a 4 right here. Okay, so I get 4x minus 24. And that is equivalent to x minus 6 times 4. All right, you try. Go ahead and try. Okay, so we're going to distribute. We get 2 times x plus 2 times 3, which gives us 2x plus 6. The next one, distribute the 8. We get 2 times 8 plus negative n times 8, which gives us 16 minus 8n. That positive and the negative give us a negative sign. Okay, 4 times y, and 4 times 2 gives us 4y plus 8. All right, up next is 6 times 4 minus, plus. Always put a plus, and then we'll deal with the negative signs in a minute, okay? So positive 6 times negative x, giving us 24 minus 6x. Okay, next, this is a challenge. So I can't simplify n minus 9, so I'm going to do n times n, giving me n squared. And then n plus n times negative 9. The positive and the negative make a negative 9 plus n squared. And then the negative and a positive make a negative. So n squared minus 9n. So when we multiply two variables together, it raises the power. So I have a power of 1 and a power of 1. We add them together to get the power of 2. Okay, last one. I have 3m is multiplying inside the parentheses because I cannot simplify m minus 5. All right, so I get 3m is on the outside multiplied by the term on the inside, m, plus the 3m on the outside times the term on the inside, negative 5. Okay, so 3m times m is really, there's an invisible 1 right here, so it's 3 times 1, giving us 3, and m times m is m squared. Our positive and our negative make a negative, so I get 3 times 5, which is 15 times m. Okay. All right, some trickier examples. We're going to distribute and then combine like terms, okay? So I cannot simplify 6x minus 4, so I'm going to go ahead and simplify by distributing. So 2 times 6x, so 2 times 6x plus 2 times negative 4. Okay, so we're going to distribute the multiplier. which was 2. I'll say of 2. Okay. And then we're going to simplify. So 6 times 2 is 12, and then we bring down the x with that. And then 2 times negative 4 gives me negative 8 plus x. And now I can combine my like terms. I can see that 12x and 1x, there's an invisible 1 in front of this x, can combine to give me 13x. 12 plus 1, 12 plus 1 gives me 13. Then I need to bring down my negative 8. And that is as simple as we get, so I don't need this last little line. Okay, next. So distribute first, and then we will see. Okay, so cannot combine m plus 5, so distribute. Negative 2 times m, and so I'm going to go ahead and write negative 2 times n plus negative 2 times 5, and then don't forget to bring down the negative 4x. We haven't done anything with it. So we're going to simplify. Negative 2m, and then negative 2 times 5 is negative 10 minus 4x. So I'm going to simplify this. This is negative 2m minus 10 minus 4x, and then I'm going to go ahead and combine my like terms. So, hey, are there any like terms here? Look, I have m's and x's. Those are not like terms. Remember, like terms, same variable with the same exponent. So I'm just going to rewrite it because my like terms are already combined. Booyah! Okay, you try. Here we go. Distribute first because I cannot combine for a plus 1. So I get 8, sorry, I skipped a step. 2 times 4a plus 2 times 1. And then I'm going to bring down the a. Okay, simplify. 2 times 4 is 8a plus 2 plus that a that we had from the beginning. So 8a plus 1a is 9a plus 2. And that's it. The 2 doesn't have an a, so I just stop. All right, can I combine 2 minus c? Nope, so we're going to distribute. Negative 3 times 2. And then negative 3, so plus negative 3 times negative c. And then the c needs to come down. Okay, so combine. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. And then negative 3 times negative c is positive 3c. A negative times a negative gives me a positive. All right, and then we subtract c from the beginning. All right, like terms, there's an invisible 1 in front of the c. So I have 3c minus 1c, giving me 2c, and then plus negative 6. Now we usually write the variable first, so the term with the variable first. So I'm going to switch these to be 2c minus 6. I would take either of these. Okay. All right, last one. Looking inside the parentheses first, can I combine r plus 4? No, so I need to distribute in the 2 into the set of parentheses. I can see that I need to bring down the 6r to begin with. Okay, so I'm going to do 2, so plus 2 times r plus 2 times 4. So 2 is being multiplied by the r and the 4. Whoa. Okay, next, we're going to do negative 6r plus 2r plus 8. So 2r plus 8. Okay, so combine our like terms. Negative 6 plus 2, you're 6 floors below, and then you walk up 2, so we're still negative 4 below, plus 8. The term with the variables in front, so we donesies. Don't forget to work on your summary. Have it ready for your campfire groups.